Welcome to the TWC Leadership video, and we're so glad that you're here. This is, in a sense, what we do is we open the doors to our staff meeting, and for about 5 minutes, we kind of share this principle out of a book or some kind of leadership from a leadership podcast, and it really is a nugget to help you become a better leader and a better volunteer. And so for the past couple of weeks, we have been dealing with the Ideal Team Player book by Patrick Lencioni, and it's a fantastic read, I believe, for anyone in here. You need to read that book. It's a great read because for all that we know, we're always talking about how to create great teams, but you never think about from the flip side of to be a good team player. And so Patrick Lencioni figured out 3 main character traits that are critical for someone to be a good team player or to be the ideal team player. He says you need to be humble, hungry, and smart. Humble, hungry, and smart. And we said last week that when if you're missing smart and hungry, you're in a sense a pawn, which is you're humble and you're gracious and you're good, but you're just not going to make a big difference. So you need all 3 to become the ideal team player. But today, we're going to be talking a little bit about hungry. And what does hungry mean? Hungry means that you always really want to seek more. You want to do more. You want to learn more. You want to take on more responsibility. If the boss is sitting there saying, hey, who wants to take on this project? People that are hungry are always willing to raise their hand. They're willing to step out and do more. Some of the traits for hungry people, they're self-motivated. They embrace hard work with a sort of joyful sacrifice and don't insist on a predictable 9-to-5 schedule. They usually work outside of those. They see challenges and hardships with the chance to learn and grow and contribute, and they take the initiative to think several steps ahead and seek out opportunities. And it's great to have people on your team that are hungry. Here's some signs of people who lack hunger, right? People who lack hunger tend to only do what's expected of them, so they will do no more than what's expected. They may have a long list of activities outside of their work, constantly negotiating their work hours. And so if people that are not so hungry, it could be the fact that the little bit of hunger that they do have is being eaten up by a lot of the other activities outside of the workplace or outside of the thing that you lead. Here's some nuances when it comes to this character trait. Is hunger is not the same as selfish ambition. We got to be careful with that. The hunger shouldn't be directed toward personal interest at the expense of a team. And that's the difference between selfish ambition of doing this all for me and hunger really working for the betterment of the team. And so how do you grow in this? Because these can be learned. These aren't just natural. For some of us, maybe you lean naturally to one of these. But to grow in it, I think is about learning about personal priorities, learning how to balance work and life and not being overwhelmed by either. Also, the idea of maintaining expectations. And when you maintain expectations and goals, you're basically setting accountability for yourself and little milestones. And once you hit that milestone, you go to the next milestone. Now, here's the thing. This is the fascinating thing. When you lack humble and smart and you're only hungry, guess what you are? You're a bulldozer. So be careful that you balance out humble, hungry, and smart. And if you're only hungry, and we've all seen people like that, they're bulldozers. They just pile through because they're so hungry, but they're not in balance with humble and smart. So hopefully that this will help us as we want to be a better team player and hopefully attract also better and ideal team player. All right, good? See you next time.